To start, go ahead and tie a slip knot with a fairly long tail. You'll use this tail at the end to sew up the ribbing where you have a little bit of a seam. And you're going to chain 9. Okay, there's my chain. Now I like to work into the backs of the loops. So you're going to single crochet in the second, there's the first one right here, and then the second little loop in the back. So single crochet in the second chain and each chain across, so you'll have 8. Okay, and 7. And the last one sometimes a little hard to get into. There we go, and 8. Okay. The reason I like to do that is because it gives you this nice look on the bottom. So you actually see your little V-stitches in the bottom. But it doesn't matter if you use this technique or not, just as long as you get 8 single crochets across. Now you're going to turn and chain 1. And just crochet in the back loop only. So split the stitch right in the middle and get this back loop. Okay, then make sure you're looking at your V here. Split it in the middle and the back loop. And the same thing across. Okay, so here comes our last one. So you want to get the very last loop right here. Okay. There's the look, and then you turn it, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to chain 1. You just keep repeating this row over and over. So you just in the back loop, you just go across. Okay, and when you repeat this, you can see this kind of rib taking place already, even with just a few rows. You have a cast on row, and then this row goes up, and this one goes down, and it's just going to repeat that you'll have a ribbing. Now you're going to repeat row 2, just keep working on these 8 stitches all the way until you have a piece that is 22 inches long. Okay, I've finished my ribbing. I've worked all the way until it is 22 inches. I've measured it. Make sure you end with a wrong side row, which means that you're going to work across, when we turn it, work across this edge, and your tail end will be down here. So we've got the ribbing done.
so that when it seems pretty long, but like I said, when you think about it going around your head and folding it in half, it's really not that big. 22 inches is pretty standard. Some people need a little bit larger than that, but it's, stretchy, so it should fit most head sizes of adults. So you're going to change to your larger hook now. You put aside your H and get out your I. Put that in there. Chain 1. And we're going to work 99 stitches across the rib. Now we've been working this way, back and forth. Gives us that nice ribbed look right here, working in the back loop only. And now we're going to single crochet 99 stitches across right here. So you start, you want to do it evenly. Now, sometimes you have to, you try it and it doesn't work out and you start over. That honestly happened to me. I was working on this video and I somehow did not do it right and I had to start over. I took it out. So sometimes it's just a little bit of trial and error. You want to evenly space so that you don't have like a whole bunch of them clumped together and then a lot of spaces. So we want to start right here in the very first space. And what I did was I sat down and counted my rows. And I had 107 rows and I need 99 stitches. So I'm going to leave out 8 rows. So I'm just going to evenly space out 8 of the rows here. So. And I like to skip one at the end. So I like do the very end and I'll skip the next one. I did at the other end as well. Seems to make it a little more even for me. Okay, right about the halfway point of my stitches now. I'm going to check, see how I'm doing here. And I'm close to being halfway there on my, let's make it even. So I can see that I'm not exactly halfway with my ribbing and I'm halfway with my stitches. So I know that in the middle here I'm going to want to spread them out a little bit more because I don't want to get to the end and then, you know, have them every other row because that makes it kind of stretch out. So I'm going to go ahead and skip another space here. Okay, now I've done 80 stitches. So I have 19 left. I want to count how many rows I have to see how I'm doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 22, 3, 24, 5, 26, 7, 28. So I know that I'm going to have to spread these out a little bit more. Okay, I'm at 90. Okay, 99. So like I said, your spacing does not have to be perfect on that when you evenly space it out. Mine is definitely not. I have more that, you know, I've kind of skipped here than at the beginning. But as long as it looks even and everything, you know, there's no bunching, there's no weirdness, then you will be fine. So let's go ahead and bring these together. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring these together so that we can join them. So here's my last one. I said you have your tail hanging out the bottom. You're going to use it later to sew up this seam, and you will fold it and go ahead and join with a slip stitch right here. And that's going to close our hat. If this bothers you, you can go ahead and use this little tail end to seam it up now. Personally, I'll wait till the end. It doesn't matter. So that is completely up to you. Now this next row is to get us set up for our stitch pattern. It'll be a nice 2-row repeat after we get it set up. So let's go ahead and do round 2, which is a chain 3. This does not count as a double crochet, just to get us up to the right height. And then go and yarn over because you're going to double crochet. Skip these 2, double crochet right here in the 3rd, chain 1, and now we're behind this double crochet in that very first space. Okay, because we want this motion, this one going over the top. So you can see where we worked in it. Now you skip 2 more single crochet, do a double, chain 1, come around behind it and pick up that very first one right here that we skipped. We're going to do this all the way around. So you can see where this is in here. So skip the next 2. Double crochet, chain 1, come behind it. Okay, you'll have 1 skipped single crochet in the middle down here in this row. And that's how it's supposed to look. So like I said, if it helps, pull on this. Okay, I worked on that one, so skip 2. Double, chain 1, in the first skipped single crochet. Skip 2, double, chain 1, and the first skipped. So just like I said, all the way around. Just repeat. Sometimes it takes a minute to realize which one is the first one you skipped, and that's okay. If it takes you a minute to look at it, did me there. And then sometimes I have to look hard to, like, okay, this is the one I worked in. Once you get it set up, it's no problem. Sometimes this just foundation row can be a little bit tricky. So take your time. So you can see there's the second skipped single crochet, and there's the first. So I'm gonna go in there. Okay. Don't forget to chain 1 in the middle. So you do your double, chain 1, come back and get your first skip stitch. Sorry, my yarn is not cooperating with me because I worked another project with it and then changed my mind. I'm sure some of you guys have done that and decided to take it out. So I just wrapped the yarn around the skein and now it doesn't want to pull very easily, which is my own fault. About halfway. Now this next row is to get it set up for our stitch pattern. It'll be a nice 2-row repeat after we get it set up. So let's go ahead and do round 2, which is a chain 3. This does not count as a double crochet, just to get us up to the right height. And then go and yarn over because you're going to double crochet. Skip these 2, double crochet right here in the 3rd, chain 1, and now we're behind this double crochet in that very first space. Okay, because we want this motion, this one going over the top. So you can see where we worked in it. Now you skip 2 more single crochet, do a double, chain 1, come around behind it and pick up that very first one right here that we skipped. We're going to do this all the way around. So you can see where this is in here. So skip the next 2. Double crochet, chain 1, come behind it. Okay, you'll have 1 skipped single crochet in the middle down here in this row. And that's how it's supposed to look. So like I said, if it helps, pull on this. Okay, I worked on that one, so skip 2. Double, chain 1, in the first skipped single crochet. Skip 2, double, chain 1, and the first skipped. So just like I said, all the way around. Just repeat. Sometimes it takes a minute to realize which one is the first one you skipped, and that's okay. If it takes you a minute to look at it, did me there. And then sometimes I have to look hard to okay, this is the one I worked in. Once you get it set up, it's no problem. Sometimes though, this just foundation row can be a little bit tricky. So take your time. So you can see there's the second skipped single crochet, and there's the first. So I'm gonna go in there. Okay. Don't forget to chain 1 in the middle. So you do your double, chain 1, come back and get your first skip stitch. Sorry, my yarn is not cooperating with me because I worked another project with it and then changed my mind. I'm sure some of you guys have done that and decided to take it out. So I just wrapped the yarn around the skein and now it doesn't want to pull very easily, which is my own fault. About halfway. Okay, we're down to our last 3 single crochets, so I'm going to work our last pattern repeat. Okay, and I'm going to join my turning chain in the top right here with a slip stitch. Now chain 1 and just single crochet in each stitch. Now don't worry about your turning chain. Let's say you've got your double crochet, your chain 1 kind of hide right here. It's little. So let's go ahead and do our double crochet. So we got single crochet in that double crochet. Now my chain 1s are kind of small. Move this so the white can behind. Right here, this is a chain 1. So I'm going to work in there. And then in this next stitch. So you should have 3 single crochet for each one of your little twists here. A double crochet, and then find your chain 1, which is right in the middle, just in that space, and then right here in the very next one. So there should be 99 stitches still, all the way around. Put that down. This is 97, 98, and 99. And we're going to join to the first one right here with a slip stitch. Okay, for round 4, we're going to chain 3. Again, does not count as a double crochet. And we're going to skip the first 2 single crochets. You're actually going to work into this double crochet down here that crosses behind this other double crochet. So you're going to do a front post treble. So you yarn over twice. You come down here and you find that double crochet, go behind the post. Okay, so take here's the one going across the front, put it right in the middle of those 2, and then it comes out this side. Okay, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Oh, mine's having a little trouble. I'm going this slow, it's kind of hard. Yarn over, pull through 2. Alright, chain 1. And now you come back and get the first single crochet that we missed, which in this case is right where the turning chain is. So the same motion we did for the first foundation row, where you cross behind. Okay, then we'll set up our treble again. And look for our next group right here. Go around this double crochet, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, it gives it a lot of height, and then chain 1, and come back and get that single crochet right there. And we're just going to repeat that. So set up for a treble, look for your next group, go in the middle, work a treble around this post, chain one, and then come back behind it and get the skipped single crochet. You can see it's setting up some nice texture here, which will give us a great look for our finished hat. Okay, so find your next one. Chain one, double crochet. I really like the look of this, and it's really easy once you get the hang of it and you start, finding your next little group of three. And okay, chain one and work in the single. I shall have to not ever wrap my yarn like this again. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so in each one, you're just going to keep repeating the front post treble, chain one, double crochet in that first skipped stitch. Work that all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to all the way around to my very last little set here. And I'm going to go ahead and work into this. Chain one. Okay, now join to your turning chain with the slip stitch. Okay, we've got our nice pattern set up. Now you're going to repeat round 3, which is just a single crochet all the way around. Don't forget your chain spaces here to look for those. And again, you should have 99 stitches still at the end. So each one of these is just a group of 3. Okay, single crochet all the way around. So now we're ready to shape the top. We've repeated rows 3 and 4 until the hat itself was 6.5 inches, and then repeated row 3 again to get us a nice single crochet edge. And now we're ready to do the top shaping. So you're going to start with a chain 3, and it's going to be very similar to what we've done before. So first of all, get ready for the front post treble right here where we did before on that double crochet. This time do not chain 1. That's how we're going to decrease. We're not chaining 1. So then you go ahead and do your double crochet like we've done before. Come behind the treble and double crochet and repeat. This time just remember, no chain 1. I know it probably got into a habit. It did for me. Just a habit to chain 1 there. So I had to consciously remind myself not to do it. So repeat this all the way around. Front post treble, double crochet. All the way around to the end, and we will have 33 less stitches than what we have right now. Okay, now I've repeated that all the way around, and we're going to join with a slip stitch, just like before. Okay, so we've decreased 33 by not putting our chain spaces in there. And the next round, we're going to chain 3, and we're going to go away from the stitch pattern. We're not going to have any more of the front trebles. The next few we'll just use double crochet. So chain 3 and double crochet 2 together all the way around, starting right here with this, because we're not counting this chain 3 as a double crochet. So we're going to decrease these 2 into 1. If you've not worked a double crochet 2 together before, just yarn over, insert into this stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Now leave these 2 on the hook, yarn over, insert into the next stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, and draw through 3. So you're just going to double crochet 2 together all the way around. Okay, I've double crocheted 2 together all the way around. I'm going to join the slip stitch again. And now we're left with 33 stitches, which is an odd number. So what I did with the next round was we have to chain 3, and we have to work in multiples of 3. So what I've done here is you double crochet 1, and then, sorry, my camera's having trouble focusing. Double crochet 2 together in the next 2. And then we repeat that. Double crochet, and then double crochet 2 together. And repeat that all the way around, and you should have 22 stitches. All right, well, we're going to join with the slip stitch, chain 3, double crochet 2 together all the way around, and we'll be left with 11 stitches, and that will complete our project. As far as the crocheting is concerned, go ahead and weave in, fasten off and weave in the top end after you're done, and then we'll seam up the ribbing. Okay, now we're left with this hole in the seam right here. So we're just going to sew this up.